Welcome, and here we are at turn 10 of this playthrough of Auburn Crown. Let's have a look at the replay. Okay, so he's continuing his attack against Watersbend, which is of course what he should be doing. And I believe that Nick will take Watersbend this turn. So now I am on the back foot. Right, okay, he stumbled into a bit of an ambush there, but that's understandable. Kieland joins us. And that's it for the replay. So Draka lost one of his veteran mercenary units actually, so that's understandable. And there's a whole heap of things here. Let's see, Watersbend has been liberated, got a few extra adversaries join us. The Beegwolf has moved 15%, and Xantu has moved 22%. Xantu is a minor allegiant of the Tribal League, so 22% is a good move. The Vikings have done a little bit of nuisance value against the trade route to Angnord, and the throne has been moved. Right, now that we've got a message here that's a warning about the possible rebellion of Mutimer in the new year. So basically it's saying that this area of Mutimer is fractious, it's ripe for rebellion, and we need to be prepared for it. So like the recommendation says, I won't read the whole message there, but the recommendation says keep a leader and a significant force ready to attack Isabel and Sadia if Mutimer mobilizes against us. There's a 10% chance of that occurring from the beginning of 2401. So Mutimer, I'll show where Mutimer is just to familiarize yourself with it. And Draka is getting a warning too. He's saying that the Beegwolf elves are mobilizing for war. My Dreadlord, our spies inform us that the treacherous elves of the Beegwolf forest are plotting against us, even now mobilizing their army to strike. Okay, and basically the warning says we need to prepare for that. So that's why I've been preparing these defenses here. Beegwolf is now sitting on 96%, so they will mobilize next turn. I've got to be really prepared for that. Otherwise they'll just in a couple of turns be able to go straight for Morbright, and it doesn't really matter about what's happening in Watersbend. That will be it for Draka. Okay, so let's not do anything about that, and I was going to show you where Mutimer is just to familiarize yourself with that. It's in Andania, and it's the central region here of Andania. So Mutimer is there. The rebellion takes place in this city here, but mainly in Sadia here. Now the reason why that's a problem, of course, it's a rebellion, and they have a fairly decent sized force, but the second is that it cuts Andania in two. Now that means that all of this area in the south here cannot be reinforced, and its value of resupply is cut. So until that central area is liberated, or there is a road access going through one part or another, that's the case in the south. We don't want that. Let's go back to Wattenheim. Okay, now I was preparing to attack Guildford. I'm just trying to determine whether I'll do that this turn, because I really want to do that in concert with the Vikings, and they're not ready yet. They've still got to take out Courland, which I'll do because I'm looking at it right now. Well, I might do. I might not be able to take it out. Oh, it looks like I probably will. Right, there we go. So the defenders there bravely resist to no avail. Okay, not enough movement points. Now I'll just move the leader into place there. So I could start an attack now. Let's just have a look and see what is in Guildford itself. So just going to bomber in just to have a bit of a look. Okay, so we can see Crystalis is here. The defense of veterans is in Guildford. I imagine there'll be something here as well, so I might just move the goblins to do a bit of scouting ahead in yeah, Dark Rock has got an infantry unit there, so Nick is well defending across here. But by the same token, if I leave it for too long, the forces of Angnord will be able to come down here and reinforce Cristalis. So they can get to there. Well, it doesn't look like the giants can get in place yet anyway, so I will move them into place. Swap those two over, and that's about it in preparation. Draco, like I say, is in defense mode now. Let's have a look at the situation. Can I get Watersbend back? It's possible I could get Watersbend back, but my elite unit really needs to be brought back up to strength, so I'll do that. I'll get this this leader out, because obviously that's not a good thing, and just put a unit and a unit there. That's probably good enough. Now Draca's on 9 points, which is down from his max, but he can still do quite a lot of damage, so I'm going to do some damage, but not to the ones that I can see. I'm going to go for this elite unit in the back here, because they're much more expensive to replace and can do a lot more damage to me if they can attack at full strength. So I brought them down to at least half of what they were. Alright, I've only got 8 points for Guartenheim anyway, so I won't be able to do much there. I'm going to move the giants back to defend against any nasty elves that might pop up. Continue to move these down to prepare a defense against Angford. No, I'm not going to attack them. Now, do I have the... No, I still don't have enough resources to build any fortification there. Now over to the Vikings, and I've already moved them, so they're right. I can leave this force here. It's possible that they could be attacked by skulking Angnordian, Angfordian forces, so I'll just move them back across here, closer to base. 106 points is not enough, but I'll just have a quick look at how their research is going. Invasion has moved up to 21%, so that's ticking along. Weapons and armor is ticking along as well. Good. Over to Andania. Now, as you can see, we've got the Keelan forces in the north here that I can move down. I want to move them down as quickly as possible because I want them to join against Mutina if it does in fact rebel. So I'm going to force march them down to the south. Now, these leaders always take too long, so the choice is to either send him around the coast, that will cost quite a bit, or to march and take the time. And I'm going to take the time, just march down. No, I won't put anything into these fleet shed except to move them around the coast and get ready to reinforce them. Using full sail because it's urgent. It's very important that they get up to speed as quickly as possible. The ones that are down here, I'll have a... no, still no fleets. No allied fleets are showing up on the map. So I'm really sort of getting a little bit nervous waiting for them to pop up. But I'll still come down and have a bit of a look at this, just in case they've only just arrived, and that's fine. I'll put my ships in a central position ready to attack in whichever direction they need. Okay, 207 gold pieces. That is definitely a research chit. So I did magic last turn. I'm going to increase espionage. Like I said before, I want them to be a bit of a research powerhouse, so I'll increase that to 2 chits. Potentia is now mobilized, so obviously diplomacy is a key thing to put in straight away. Now the ones that I want to mobilise first are Nova Spes. Put in full amounts there. I want Transorum to mobilise as well, so I'll put 2 in there, and 1 more into, well, I've got a number of different choices here, so I will go for Erasmus in the Sea of Vosa. So Erasmus is here. Nice to have that jumping off point, and also to close off the Sea of Vosa between Andania, Potentia and this area here. It means that any ships coming in and out of Vangford have to go through that area. So we'll see how their mobilisation goes. And I've got 117 left over, so I'll just use that to put a little bit of reinforcing into the ship and the Praetorian Guard down there with the Empress. Over finally to the Golden Khanate. They continue to move up to the north, ready to attack or defend against these allies here. And I'll just have a quick look and see if they have moved. Still 34. Still 10. Okay, so they are not moving at this stage. Okay, quick look out. Nothing needs to be moved now. And that'll do for the turn. Let's see if there's any decisions. Morale suffers. Okay, so he's moved his defenders out of Adrianople and suffered morale loss because of that. I'll get in contact with him, you might not know about that. Moradon is concerned by Potentia's mobilisation, yes, as they would be, because there's a history between those two countries. Beagwolf is preparing for war, as we were warned about, and Moradon says that's enough. We're not going to let Potentia invade us again. Lamont has moved to the adversary's 13%. Nova Spes has moved 11%. Our ranged weapons, excuse me, our ranged weapons have gone up to 84% for Andania. And we're getting much more gold pieces now that the colony trade routes are up and running. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.